Hi, my name is Myra, and I am going to be reading today Meditations at the end of each chapter of Three Magic Words by U.S. Andersen. I already have 12 separate videos, but you know what happens with the ads, so I'm trying to avoid that. So it's good to get into a comfortable position, and they're meditations, and I'm just going to read them straight through. There's 12 of them. If you have the book, you understand, and it's really good to record them in your own voice. But I've listened to these as I go to sleep at night, and they're very powerful. I know that I am pure spirit, that I always have been, and that I always will be. There is inside me a place of confidence and quietness and security where all things are known and understood. This is the universal mind, God, of which I am a part, and which responds to me as I ask of it. This universal mind knows the answer to all of my problems, and even now the answers are speeding their way to me. I needn't struggle for them, I needn't worry or strive for them. When the time comes, the answers will be there. I give my problems to the great mind of God. I let go of them, confident that the correct answers will return to me when they were needed. Through the great law of attraction, everything in life that I need for my work and fulfillment will come to me. It is not necessary that I strain about this, only believe, for in the strength of my belief, my faith will make it so. I see the hand of divine intelligence all about me, in the flower, the tree, the brook, the meadow. I know that the intelligence that created all these things is in me and around me, and that I can call upon it for my slightest need. I know that my body is a manifestation of pure spirit, and that spirit is perfect. Therefore, my body is perfect also. I enjoy life, for each day brings a constant demonstration of the power and wonder of the universe and myself. I am confident, I am serene, I am sure. No matter what obstacle or undesirable circumstance crosses my path, I refuse to accept it, for it is nothing but illusion. There can be no obstacle or undesirable circumstance to the mind of God, which is in me and around me and serves me now. I know that I am one with the universal mind. I know this mind is perfect, and I may rely upon it for complete guidance in all of my daily affairs. This universal mind, this great subconscious mind, this mind of God, knows no evil or limitation or lack. It simply creates in my experience that which I believe and accept. Therefore, I deny all evil and all error. When my eyes and my senses are deluded with the apparent circumstance of evil, I turn away, lifting my thoughts to the perfection and abundance and love of all the universe. I know that God does not create evil, and I know that by using the power of God, I am able to deny evil, which is only an illusion, simply error, and will not stand before truth. For the great reality is good, which is always attempting to manifest itself. I know that error or evil is the result of my own thought, is the result of error on my part, is the result of isolating myself from the power of the universal subconscious mind. I know that the universal mind is constantly creating in my experience that which I think, and if evil is manifested, it has come from my own thought, and my own thought may as quickly deny it. I do not will anything to happen, for I am not bigger than God. I simply understand that the law of creation is bigger than I am, and that I cannot help my thoughts and beliefs from becoming real in my experience. Therefore, I hold my thoughts steadfastly on the good. I do not do this with effort, as if I were commanding something to act. I simply relax in contemplation of the good, secure in the knowledge that everything rests with a power much greater than I am. I trust this power. I have complete faith and confidence in this power. I rely upon this power for guidance in all my daily affairs. I refuse to accept evil, and evil is gone. I accept good, and the supply and love of the universe are mine. I know and recognize my oneness with all things. I know that all form and all circumstance are the creation of an infinite intelligence that is in and around me. I know that all things are the result of conception and desire, that my world is ordered according to my own thoughts and convictions. Therefore, I concentrate on harmony. I see nothing but order and constructiveness all about me. I do not accept thoughts of destructiveness and disharmony. In my friends, my loved ones, my fellow workers, I see nothing but cooperation and assistance. I know that we all seek the same answers and the same goals. I know that each person must follow a different path toward his vision, and I understand the searchings and the copings of everyone I know and see. I have sympathy and tolerance for all things and all people. I know that inasmuch as I help others, I help myself. In my brother's eye, there is my own soul. In my friend's smile, there is my own humor. In my neighbor's sorrow, there is my own loss. I have compassion and understanding for all things. For this life in which I have my being strives for understanding of itself. I deny error. It is simply progress toward truth. I know that it is impossible to fail when faith is present. I do not order things to be made in my time or in my place, but trust the universal mind in its own great knowledge of the time and the place and the need and the way. Each moment of my day brings my life closer to realization. The objects of my work are being accomplished this very minute. Success and harmony, peace and confidence are mine. I know that all of life exists within me. Here in my heart and mind, in the recesses of my being, there is utter calm, a place of unruffled and placid waters where the truth is apparent and the clamor of the world does not exist. I see about me the thoughts of all mankind, for these thoughts have become things. Whatever is good among these thought things, I accept. Whatever is evil, I ignore. For my concern is only with truth and understanding, which is forever the lovely and the good and the expanding. My mind moves easily to the furthermost reaches of space in all directions, and just as easily moves back to me once again. I am the center of the universe. God, the universal subconscious mind, has made himself manifest through me. I know that my purpose in life is to reach ever upward and outward, to expand in knowledge and love and unity. I place my future in divine hands. I turn over each problem of my life to that great all-knowing mind to which all things are possible. I do not tell God how to bring these things about. I have complete confidence that every circumstance that comes my way is part of a perfect plan to convert the image of my faith into physical reality. Even now, the universe seeks to answer my every need. As I believe in my heart, so shall it be done unto me. This is the law of life and of living. There is greatness in my friend and in my enemy, for we are all brothers, seeking the same high mountain among many paths. God, who made all creatures, made no poor creature, for he made only of himself. I am prosperous, for God owns everything. I am vigorous, for God is all vigor. I need only open my mind and my heart, keep my thoughts in the path of truth, and I am filled to overflowing with the power and abundance and love of the universe. I listen to the voice of the universe as it speaks within me. It is the voice of truth, and it guides me unerringly along the paths of my life. Somewhere deep within me, in the perfect bud of my soul, there stands an immobile universe where all things and all law lie revealed. I reach within to this place of peace and quietness. I hearken to the voice of my heart. I close my eyes and sense a living, breathing universe dwelling within me, and I dwelling in it. I am one with all people and all life and all things. I move in accordance with divine law. All the limitless power of creation is mine to draw upon, for it is in me and one with me, and I am a part of it. The answer comes with the question. The path is lighted with the first step. The way is cleared with the looking. The goal is in sight with the desire. I know that I am fulfilling the fondest wish of God, for I place myself in His hands, taking each step of my life boldly and strongly, for it is God who prompts me, and God moves with sureness. I see tomorrow, for I know today, and this day is father of tomorrow. The things of my life are the children of my thoughts, and my thoughts of today are even now bearing the children of tomorrow. All that is good I desire, all that is evil I refuse to accept. By attaining, I do not deprive. All that is and ever will be is available to every man. He need only ask, and it shall be given. I bind myself to the power for good that surges heavenward all around me. The limits and inhibitions of my past are gone. Each day is a new birth of my soul. Each day is another step on my journey to a oneness with God. I do not seek, I know. I do not strive, I am guided. Here in solitude, in this time of peace, of meditation, I withdraw deeply into the silent recesses of my being to a place of utter calm. Slowly, the world retreats from around me until finally I am alone. Walled away from all clamor and strife, there is nothing but me. I am not body, I am not thought, I am not experience. I am not the past, nor the present, nor the future. I simply am. Across my consciousness comes a constant procession of my thoughts, and I observe them. I do not make up these thoughts. I know they come from the universal subconscious mind, and I watch as they are presented to me. I slow the train of thoughts. I examine each of them, then let go, neither accepting nor rejecting. On and on the thoughts come, and I ask myself, who is it that observes this? And I hear the answer, Thou that art, always have been, and always will be, thou observest. And I understand, divorced from body, thought, and experience, I still exist as I always must. Here then is my true self, a thing independent of all but spirit, a contemplative eye, which only observes and chooses from the thoughts that cross consciousness. Whatever I choose is mine, whatever I reject shall never touch me. I need only observe and accept, and all things will be added unto me by a power which leaps to acknowledge my fate and my decision. I sense such warmth and security as might overflow the world. I sense a fusion of my being with the great universal subconscious mind, the mind of God. I sense the presence of the Father who knoweth no wrath, who does all things at his child's bidding. I sense my union with this Father by immutable and irrevocable bonds. I am one with all truth, all beauty, all justice, all love. I do not confuse what I seem to be with what I really am. I am never what I seem to be, and always what I really am, host to the indwelling God. I quiet the movements of my body, slow my breathing, and glide deep into the recesses of my being, to the very center of my consciousness. Here in this place of infinite calm, I become one with the immortal self of the world, and I observe. My thoughts cross my consciousness in a never-ending stream. I do not create these thoughts. They come from the infinite reaches of the universal subconscious mind and are directed to my consciousness, for I have attracted them. I may choose any thoughts I desire. I have but to decide, and the ideas and images I have chosen are directed to me. As I accept them, so will they manifest in my world. I alone decide what I will think. Thus, I decide my entire life. I bar the door of my mind to negative thoughts or thoughts of evil. The door is always open to admit the positive, the good, the beautiful, and the aspiring. I have complete confidence in the wisdom and the power of the universal subconscious mind. I do not predict the manner in which each of my thoughts will manifest. I have complete faith that God moves in the most perfect manner. There is no such thing as lack unless it is accepted. The universe has infinite supply. Vigor and health, abundance and success are mine, for I choose only such thoughts. Love abounds in a universe where I am one with the immortal self, the universal subconscious mind, God. My every decision is answered from a perfect and inexhaustible source of power. The truth about life is the infinite love of God for all things. Each man is my brother, bound to me by immortal and everlasting ties. I love all people. They dwell in my Father, and my Father in them. I surrender my heart to humanity, and humanity serves me with love. I surrender my heart to God, and the love of God becomes complete in me. I am one with all the power and vigor and knowledge of the universe. I let go of fear and confusion. They are illusions and cannot live with truth, which is love, which is complete and fulfilled in me now. The great reality of universal subconscious mind is forever present at the center of my being. I draw from it perfect intelligence, perfect health, perfect peace, perfect happiness, perfect love. I surrender all the built up inhibitions that have been impressed upon me by the illusions of the world. I refuse to accept anything but truth, which is always the good and the positive. I move in accord with divine intelligence. I accept the will and the love of God, which I express in laughter and joy and pleasure and service. Only the good, the great, the significant, and the constructive do I add unto myself. Nothing else is allowed into the creative depths of my being. The surging desire of each person is to know the fulfillment of love. The way to this fulfillment is through contact with the center of consciousness, through communion with the silent dweller within. I surrender my doubts and confusions and fears. Universal love is complete in me. I am united with God, move with God. I am serene and sure, joyful and achieving, confident of ultimate splendor. The infinite creative power of universal subconscious mind lies within me, and I attune myself, remove all barriers from my thought, become receptive to the purposes of God. I know that my life is great and good when I perform service with love. The right ideas are delivered to me, I accept them, and subconscious mind provides me with the means of bringing them into my world. I know that all things spring from universal mind, which is infinitely abundant. Lack and limitation are errors of thinking, and I banish them from my consciousness. There can be no lack. I need only let universal mind express itself through me, and my world is filled with creativeness and achievement and prosperity. My goals will be delivered to me, for they will be the goals of God who never fails. Whatever my task, I perform it with love, for I know that when I serve another, I serve the purposes of a greater design. All about me, I see the law of mutual exchange. Therefore, I give as I would receive. I know that abundance and prosperity are mental conditions. I create them on the plane of mind with complete trust and confidence that they will manifest in my life. I refuse to accept undesirable circumstance as having final reality. First cause is mental and is never found in the world about me. A mighty truth is at the center of my consciousness where no work is difficult, where peace always reigns, where all things are possible. I know that life is a journey which must be traveled step by step, and I am patient, enjoying the wonder of the way, with unshakable faith in my destination. I submit my will, knowing that success will come when I fulfill the indwelling self. My body is a manifestation of my knowledge of myself, and my true self is spirit, is consciousness only, and is invisible. Other people see me not, they see but my body. It is only I who know myself, and this knowledge returns to me in my health and in the things of my life. Therefore, I affirm that my spirit is perfect, that I am one with the great self of the universe. The energy of this great self permeates my being, cleanses me of all impurities of the flesh, restores every function of my body to harmony. There is perfect elimination, perfect assimilation. My entire being is spiritual, and my body is quickened into new life with the perception of this great truth. I surrender myself to the wisdom and guidance of universal subconscious mind. I become one with the purpose of God, and this mighty purpose animates my body, projects into every aspect of my life. There is no obstruction, no barrier, no limitation in my mind. I see only peace, power, vigor, and plenty. I open my heart to love, and love flows through every atom and pore of my body, energizing, molding, coordinating. By healing my mind of limitation and lack and negative thinking, I automatically heal my body. At the center of my being, I perceive limitless, deathless, ageless spirit, perfect in beauty, perfect in function. This spirit becomes manifest in my body and in my affairs. When I am faced with apparent confusion, I surrender it, give over each of my problems and worries to that which has the perfect solution and in which there is absolute clarity. I take my thoughts from the limitless reaches of universal subconscious mind, never from the world around me. I do not think responsively, I think originally. I do not react, I act. I am never a victim of circumstance, for each thing of my life proceeds from out of my thoughts, which move always in accordance with God. I know that I am pure spirit, deathless, birthless, changeless, and eternal. I am not body. I am not conscious mind. I am not ego. I am sense of self only. Consciousness, awareness, unadulterated being, the presence that animates all life, is within me, is altogether the real me. I am using my body for a purpose as an expression of an idea, and when the idea is fully expressed through my work and my mission, I shall return again to unity with universal self, leaving body and ego behind. I do not confuse my body and my ego with what I truly am. My body is simply an instrument for my expression, and my ego is simply memory of physical experience. Returning to infinity and unity, I shall need neither body nor ego. I am free of the domination of the ego. It is not my true self. is simply an illusion necessary to finiteness and the perception of space and time. I turn away from the ego, withdraw into the depths of my being, to the immortal consciousness that lies within. Here in this magic center, my word is law. I need only speak it with faith and conviction, and it will manifest in my life. I am calm and serene, sure and unfaltering, for my roots are in eternity. All the things of life shall change and pass away, but I shall never pass away, for wherever life is, I shall be, one with universal subconscious mind. I need not strive or strain to attain immortality, nor fear punishment, nor aspire for reward. The kingdom of heaven awaits all, the wise, the foolish, the sinner, and the saint, for we are all one in reality, clothed in different forms in this moment of incarnation. I do not fear death, for by it I attain the consciousness of higher self. Neither do I invite death, for it must wait until my work is done. I forsake the ego, perceive self in self, see the majesty, the grandeur, the immortality of the power that dwells within. I turn away from the world about me to the world of consciousness that lies within. I shut out all memories of the past, create no images of the future. I concentrate on my being, on my awareness. I slide deep into the very recesses of my soul to a place of utter repose. Here I perceive fact in the making, am conscious of the one being from which all beings spring. I know that this is the immortal self, this is God, this is me. I am, I always was, I always will be. All men, all things, all space and time and life are here in the depths of my soul. Smaller than small, greater than great, meet and unite in me. That which I thought was ego, I never was at all, for it was a changing thing, mirroring the seasons and the tides, a thing to be born and grow and die. I am not a thing of time or circumstance. I am spirit, pure and eternal, birthless, deathless, and changeless. I am patient, for I am all time. I am wise, for I contain the knowledge of all things. I know not pain, for I see there is no beginning and no end, and who suffers pain must see beginning and end. I am rich, for there is no limit to the abundance I may create from my very self. I am successful, for I need only think to achieve. I love and am beloved, for all things are myself and I am all things. I unite, I fuse, I become one with the universal subconscious mind. The mask of vanity and ego I shall never wear again. I perceive the magnificent dweller at the center of my universe, at the center of my consciousness, and I know him to be my very self. Time and space, shadow and substance, what matter these? I am one with God.